Guys are going to jump right into it and have a great presentation, show me some wonderful things.
Okay.
But here's what I want from this meeting.
Okay.
I want to know that when you guys walk out of here, that of all the firms that I talk to,
Mm-hmm.
that I can trust you
Okay.
more with this part of my business than anybody else. That's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing, a lot of uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
I just need people around me who are going to support me and partner with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Everybody can bring services to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for that difference.
I see.
Okay?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna show you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So based on our experience, we know that by knowing the most important concern of our clients, which is the trust,
Yeah.
the trust issue.
Uh-huh.
And what is the one thing that you admire about your previous auditor that you expect from us?
Trust.
Trust. More
Yeah.
than, so your previous auditor.
They were very dependable and very
Mhm.
trustworthy.
Okay.
And I knew that I didn't have to get second opinions. I could trust what they brought to me.
Okay, I see. Do you mind if I start by saying that our team has been all around the world and are some of the most recognized professionals in your social media industry, and we're here for you. Some of our examples are,
I'm Brian Masunda. I'm the lead audit partner, and I'm based out of San Diego.
Okay?
I'm Natalie Hurt, and I'm an audit partner as well at KPMG, and I specialize in intangible assets.
Okay.
I'm Chad Peters. I'm based out of Los Angeles practice. I'm an IT director and I specialize in total cost of ownership.
Oh, good.
I'm Team3Idelette, a tax partner in the Atlanta office, and I specialize in international tax, mainly in the technology and software industries.
Fantastic. Okay?
I'm Eva Zhang. I'm Director of IPO Practice in Seattle office and also an expert in merger and acquisition.
Good. Very good.
and based on that trust thing that you just mentioned, here's how we can provide you trust that no other firm can offer to you. Our IT specialist,
Yeah.
Chad.
So, we know one of your biggest concerns is IT strategy. We believe that moving forward from private enterprise and possibly into the public sector, one of the things we can offer is looking over your system to make sure that your IT infrastructure is intact. One of the things that my service line can provide to you is looking at things from your total cost of ownership to cost and quality analysis of your systems. So we would like to look at IT general controls and assess those risks to make sure that your systems have as little anomalies present as possible.
Okay.
And that adds to the trust, because if your customers can trust your system, your employees can trust your system, then your customers will trust you, and thus you trust us as well.
Okay?
In addition, we have tax services, but audit services, IPO, all these stuff. But we all can provide you the trust you need, but what specifically the trust on the services that
You want some more specifics from me?
yes.
So let's talk about IT. Let's talk
Uh-huh.
about IT security.
Okay.
My team of attorneys are telling me that I'm getting into dangerous waters
Oh,
by all this data that I'm collecting from my customers.
uh-huh.
And I'm opening myself up to some possible litigation.
Oh man, we understand that totally. A lot of CEOs have the same issues. Okay.
Right, you want to take the piece
Yeah.
where I can work in?
Go ahead.
Okay, so along with IT, we can also look at litigation purposes. I personally can partner with Natalie and Brian here, and we can make sure that we look at your systems. KPMG has a wonderful IT center based out of Simi Valley, and with my proximity to the area being in Los Angeles, we'll be able to make sure that we do routine checks on those networks as promised by looking at the general controls as well. Brian, you want to touch more so on the...
And I understand your concern about private data access to it. This is an evolving industry, and we don't have established statutory laws set yet in terms of data. I know we have a court case that we're talking about Facebook access to individuals' data, and that's still in the works. And we are going to keep abreast of that issue so that we know how to address when it comes in your situation.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
It does answer my question.
And I know you also expressed some concerns about tax services and tax planning. And being an international tax expert, I can definitely help you with that, helping me with that and provide those services. I do have my doctorate, and I actually have done research interest on multinational corporations, specifically technology and software companies, especially those that are expanding. You want to make sure when you're expanding your operations that you consider the tax consequences, you know, maybe potentially expanding in countries with low tax rates in their jurisdictions. Also, if you have since you have foreign operations, making sure that you receive credit for each dollar of foreign tax that you paid, so we can help you from a compliance standpoint, preparing your federal, state, and local tax returns. Also, uncertain tax positions. You know, if you want to take an aggressive tax position, we can help you fill out that form, which is now it's a required disclosure requirement by the IRS. So there's a lot of different tax services we can help you with. I do have a little bit of M&A experience, so should you want to acquire any companies, I know the software industry, you know, you're acquiring a lot of companies, we can help you structure that transaction so that you also have the smallest tax liability. And with that, Eva has some more M&A experience, so I'll let her talk to you about that as well as I go.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for letting us talk with you for this opportunity. Actually, I have the expertise in merger and acquisition, and I can work closely with Trey and all the partners together to make sure you get the best deal, to make sure you get best structure, tax wisely and financial wisely. And in addition, I know you are trying to expand internationally, especially maybe to Hong Kong and Mumbai, so you may consider the IPO as well. And I was a partner, I am director for 20-year experience, and I have helped about 15 clients launch their IPO in New York Stock Exchange. So I think I gain ample experience in this area. In addition, I've developed the 3-step approach during this process. So we will definitely help you evaluate your readiness and customize your action plan, as well as to stand by your side to solve any problem. And you can trust our team. We value trust. Yeah.
What a great team here. Well, do you have any other questions?
Sure, Natalie, tell me.
Yeah, I was gonna say how excited we are about Omega 3D and like how like great this technology and this product that you are offering to like the industry, and we're super excited about it. And one of my things that I'm going to bring to the table is making sure you guys value this correctly. And I have like 15 years experience with intangible assets and valuing them, and I'm going to be able to provide like that expertise in making sure it is reasonably valued and that you're getting the full potential of this new technology in your on your financials, because it's going to be a huge part of your financials. We expect you to provide a great deal of wealth for you, and we are just want to make sure you are getting the worth from this new product.
Natalie, I worry about the valuation of it, and I worry about before it gets launched the confidentiality piece.
That's true. Do you guys have a patent on it and are planning on in the process? Because that's extremely important, and keeping that that'll help the confidentiality aspect of it, and will also make the value of it even more like much higher, because other companies will not be able to get their hands on it.
But this is something you can help us walk through.
Yeah.
Okay.
In addition to that, it's not only Natalie's value, it's not just our personal value that we want to keep the confidentiality of your patent. It's also within KPMG. We have very high standard of our ethical values. We want to satisfy our clients. We want to provide you the best, the safest service.
Yeah, good. So, are you guys basically a one-stop shop? I'm liking what I'm hearing. Can you do everything for me?
Well, KPMG, we do have the ability to provide everything to you, but just because we want to maintain our independence, we would be most comfortable providing the audit and tax services because of Sarbanes-Oxley Act. As you remember what happened with Enron, we must maintain our independence, and so we would be forced to select the services we provide to you. So we wouldn't be able to provide the advisory services, but we feel comfortable, and we think that's where we can add the most value to your companies with the tax and with the audit services.
And that's all in the proposal?
Yes, yes, sir.
Good. So, I'm assuming you don't all do all this for free.
Only in a, only in paradise.
Okay. So what does the fee structure look like?
So for fees, we have a breakdown, it's also included here in the proposal. With audit and tax services and just our general internal services, we're looking at about $265. And the majority of that being weighted on the audit practice, because we know that you're gonna need that to transition from the private sector to the public sector. So we wanna make sure that we can offer, you know, the integrated audit, we can offer counsel advice that you may need in order to overlook your financials and the IT infrastructure piece of that as well. So that's all inclusive in that fee.
Okay, all right. So if I went with you guys, would this be the team that I would work with, or would there be any changes, or?
Well, this will be majority of your team. Sarbanes-Oxley does require our lead audit partner, who is Brian here, to transition off every 5 years, just to maintain that independence and, you know, ensure audit quality. And we here at KPMG, we agree with that, because it not only will benefit you as a company, but it benefits us as a firm if that audit quality and that independence is like maintained, because then the integrity of the financials and the integrity of our companies will be maintained, and the public will even have more, will rely on you more, will rely on our financial statements and, you know, trust your company more in the product you deliver. But you shouldn't be concerned about this, because we do a great job in transitioning our auditors, our audit partners, and I'm an audit partner as well, and I won't be transitioned off. So anything that goes on, you know, in the next 5 years or so, or whatever, you know, the standards may be by then, we will all still be here. But just to maintain that independence, he may have to be transferred off in like 5 years. But
Great.
the new audit partner that comes on, like, we all will help them in transition. KPMG does a great deal in like building leaders, and so you shouldn't be
Right.
concerned about that. We will be here as an audit firm.
Fantastic. Good job, everyone.